I'm your host Narisa, and it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Our guests today are going to be discussing some of the most exciting and thought-provoking topics of the day, which is teenagers' needs in 21st century. I'm joined by four guests who are going to share their thoughts and experiences with us. So let's welcome Maddie, Marvin, Jason, and Sue. So, our first guest is Jason, a high school student who is active in our school mental health club. Jason, what do you think are some of the most important needs that teenagers have today?
Well, I believe that mental health is a major concern for today's teenagers. From schoolwork to social pressure, we face a lot of stress and anxiety. Having resources available for students to seek assistance or support when they require it is critical.
That's an excellent point. Our second guest is Sue, a recent college graduate who is now working as a teacher. Sue, could you describe another need that teenagers have today?
Well, I would say that one of the most pressing needs is to access to technology. It's critical that we can stay connected to our friends and the world around us. And with so much of our lives taking place online, having access to technology is critical. You see now, right? We all have to go to online shop because of the pandemic, as well as we're now better at using online websites for teen education.
That's a really good point as well. Our third guest is Marby, who is a social media influencer. So, Marby, what do you think are some of the other needs that teenagers have today?
Oh, yes, me. So I truly think that we need more education on topics such as financial literacy and career planning. Like we're under a lot of pressure to figure out what we want to do with our life, and we need more guidance from others to support us, like to make us help those decisions.
Oh, wow, Marby, your point is spot on. So now it's time for our final guest, who is an exchange student from United States, Maddie. What do you think teenagers need in terms of relationships?
Well, so for the early and mid-teens, it might probably be pretty young for them to be in relationships. But for the older ones, and by the older ones, I'm like 17, 18, and 19 years old, they're just old enough to be in one. For that, I presume we need to feel connected to and supported by those people around us. We need to keep in mind that we have friends and family who actually cares about us and are also available to us whenever we need help from them.
Thank you, Maddie. So, Sue, what do you think educators can do to support their needs of teenagers in 21st century?
Well, in my opinion, one of the most important things we can do is to create a welcoming and inclusive learning environment. We must encourage students to learn from their mistakes and highlight the values of persistence and effort over grades. We must also provide resources for students who are having difficulties, such as tutoring and like counseling.
Wow, thank you, Sue. So now it's time for Marby. What are your thoughts on impacts of social media on teenagers today?
I think that social media can be both a blessing and a curse. Like on the one hand, it can provide a great way to connect with others and share our experience. But on the other hand, it can also be a source of like pressure and anxiety as we like compare ourselves to others and trying to present a perfect like image online. It is important for teenagers to develop healthy social media habits such as setting limits on their screen time and focusing on real life relationship and experience.
Very well, Marby. What about you, Jason? What do you think that can be done to help teenagers to understand the importance of manners?
I trust this begins with education. Parents and teachers can explain the importance of manners and how they can affect our interaction with others. Then it's up to us to put them into practice in our daily life.
Okay, so it's time for Maddie. Do you think manners are essential for teenagers to learn?
Absolutely. So, manners, in my opinion, are extremely important because they demonstrate respect for others and they can also assist us in developing stronger relationships. However, I believe that sometimes teenagers don't really understand why manners are important, and therefore I don't really see them understanding the value of using them.
Thank you so much, Madam. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. So let's call it a day. And before that, I want to thank to my guests, Maddie, Marvin, Sue, and Jason, for sharing their insights with us. And all the teenagers watching, remember to take care of your mental health and practice good manners. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.